I thought I blocked that light. Hang on a minute. Can I turn that light off? Yeah, it's a little bit better. I got the one over top of me though. I'll sit back like glass. I need to put big one up here. But anyway, Merry Christmas. And this year's 2024, guys. Made it through another one. Another year. Really don't like that beam of light coming down on me like that. I don't want to turn all the lights out. Maybe I can see what happens when I do this. Well, we get the strobe effect. Knock it off. There. A little darker in here, but I got this light over here. Anyway, I got another year down, another Christmas. You know, like last year, we lost Kim and Dad, and then Pam's dad, and then this year we lost Pam's mom. It's just not feeling like Christmas, and this is the second year on the holidays I didn't make it back home to Illinois, and there's reasons why. There's issues that's keeping us from going back home that I need to get done here in Ohio, so I can travel back and forth again. So take this off might help. It's clearing up. And you know, if one of my family puts this on Facebook, you guys all know I'm not on social media anymore, which it's kind of a relief. I don't know if I'll ever get back on it, but you know, sometimes it's a pain in the butt because I can't keep track of my family. But if I ever do get back on it, it's going to be by me asking you to be on my Facebook. And it's not going to be where I'm going to have a whole lot of people on it. It'll be family and close friends. That's it. And it's not going to be a whole lot of people on there. And as for me going into these Facebook groups, like I got my Fairmount Kids shirt on. No, I won't be going back there, even though Kim made that group. I can never go back in there because they done messed that all up. And if I go back in there, I'll just open my mouth and piss off a lot of people. So no, that was Kim's. Kim said when she made it, she goes, that was her happy place. And the last time I got in there, I looked in there and I read a bunch of stuff. And if Kim was here today, right now, Kim would be right with half the shit I seen in there. So I won't be going back in there. I'm still a Fairmount kid, but I can't believe half the people in that town will turn around and stab you in the back in a heartbeat. I mean, I got a few friends in there. They're still there. Love them to death, too. But, yeah. Let's see, what else this year happened? Pam's mom passed away. You know, we've been trying to keep going with the flow here and getting everything out of the way. Most of you know, some idiot out there in Fairmount put my name on the internet, so you know why I'm going through what I got to go through. So, and most people know I'm not that type of person, but I got framed into it. So, Cord. I mean, with my family now, Luke's doing pretty good. He's got a job. He's got a new truck. Uh, Still lives at home, and he just got back from New York on a mission trip. Uh, he's still in there, hanging in there. Uh, Cord or Bell got a job working for Walmart. She likes it. I don't know why when people go to college find out they like working at Walmart or McDonald's or something like that. Hey, it's a job. I mean, at least they're working. And then Cordell, he's my. So I told somebody he's my miracle child. He did a complete turnaround. You know, and he was into drugs and everything, real heavy, and then he got mixed up with this girl up the road. Next thing I know, he was moving some of his stuff out, and he said, "You're going to stay up there." And then next couple of weeks, he's moving some more stuff out. Next day, he moved more stuff out. Finally, came down, moved the last of it out. I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "Now I gotta ask." He goes, "What?" I said, "You moving out?" And he goes, "Yep." He said, "I'm done. I'm moving out. I'm moving up with his girlfriend's now Kayla. He moved up with Kayla up the road. Got a job. Loves the job. Doing a phenomenal job with him, I guess. Working with Luke. And now they are going to be looking. From what I understand, they're going to be looking for a house. So hey, he got his credit all fixed up, and he's working on it. He got a car. I mean, a friend of ours sold him a car for $500. It's not the best in the world, but it runs and it keeps going. He wanted to get a new car, and I said, "Which one do you want worse? You want a new car, or you want a house?" He goes, "I want a house." I'm like, "Then you don't want to buy a new car yet?" I said, "Well, keep this one going." And he goes, "Okay." So he got a good head on his shoulder. Does all his own maintenance and mechanic work on it. Won't let me touch it. Well, I'm getting to the point where I can't anymore with my back and everything else. Like right now, you see me moving back and forth. That's my back spasming. So I'm getting old. I'm not getting any younger. Uh, so yeah. Oh yeah. The cup you see me drinking out of is not got any alcohol in it. I've been as of May, I'll be alcohol free. You'll find out alcohol has been one of my big problems. I'm not saying I'm stopped drinking, but I quit for a while. Uh, there for a while, I was hitting it heavy. Come find out it was a problem, and I haven't touched it since May. Do I want to drink? Mm, I would like to have one or two, but I'm down to the point now where thinking about it, I said I'm not going to drink like I used to. I mean, when I drank a 12-pack of whatever and a fifth of whiskey. That was all in one night. Now, I don't even think I would probably get past 2 beers. So, I come to the truth of myself that I had a problem with alcohol again, because I had to come to the truth with it when I was in the Army, and then I come to the truth with it. Now I got a problem with it now. So I and I could have probably almost went back to it when Dad passed away. I'm still having. I come to find out I'm having problems letting Dad and Kim go. So and this all came out with my counselor. So I'm still having problems. And when you have too many deaths all in 1 year, or 1 year, you don't. It was almost like one after another. I mean, Pam's dad went first, then Kim. And then I told my counselor, I said, my sister was the hardest one. I mean, my dad was hard, but we knew it was coming. I said, but my sister, we knew something was going to happen later, but it didn't happen now. And that phone, and when she called it Saturday night before she left the hospital in Champaign, Illinois, she called me. And I didn't answer the phone because I was too lazy to get my ass up out of bed and answer my phone. I said, and then I'm holding that over me. And I'm still holding that over me. And I said, I'm mad at myself. And she goes, well, you can't be mad at yourself for that. I said, yes, I can. Because I said, I can almost guarantee I could have talked her out of it. I said, the next day I called her, and she was already in St. Louis in that hospital. And she told me, and this is where I'm probably going to lose it again, that she didn't want the transplant. And I'm like, well, tell them. And you guys all heard this before. Tell them you don't want that transplant. You want to get back in that ambulance and take your ass back to Champaign so you can go home. And then she sat there and she goes, well, I'm here. She goes, well, they're not going to give me the transplant. They're going to test me for 3 days and see if I'm a candidate. And I'm like, well, who told you were going to get a transplant? And then she told me that damn doctor, which nobody, to this day, I've told all of them, do not tell me that doctor's name. And nobody has. And yeah, I hold that anger over me. Because I think I could have helped stop that one. But and Dad, I thought we'd had just a little bit more time, because I knew. I mean, I was there that week. He had to go into the hospital because he said he had a muscle pulled in the shoulder, and then he crashed, which we thought at that time that he was gone. Well, he was, because his blood pressure just bottomed out. They threw us out of the room, brought in a cart, and he came to. And I'm standing there by the bed, and the doctor's trying to tell him anything. And my dad looks at looks at me and I said, Dad, they're giving you the option. If you go to ICU now, you're not coming out. But if you go in hospice, you can go home. And it's up to you whether you want to come back to the hospital. I said, which one do you want? He goes, I don't want to come back to the hospital. I said, well, if you want to go, if you want that decision, you want hospice. And he goes, yeah. And the nurse, the little nurse, I can't remember her name now, but it's on one of my other videos. She was great. And the tech that was with her, they helped that, and we got him home. He got to go to the Pierce reunion, and then I don't know what it was. I think we was working on his chair, and we was out on the porch. Me and him was out on the porch, and he didn't want me. And we're sitting there, and he goes, "I don't want you to go home." I said, "Well, I got to go home. I got to go to court." And he's like, "Yeah." He said, "But you'll be back in a couple of weeks." And I was. Barely made it, but I was there. Came back. I came home sick. Didn't feel good because I didn't sleep the night before. Walked straight in that door. Didn't give a shit who was standing in my way. If they stood in my way, I'd have bowled them over. It's just like a bowl in my china shop. I just nailed them right there. Straight to the bedroom. Mom was already in there. I walked to his bedroom door. Mom looked up and she goes, "Your son's here." His eyes widened up. I walked over, grabbed his hand, and said, "I'm here, Dad. I made it." He turned around. He turned and looked at me. Something I never want to go through again. I know I'm probably going to end up going through it, but as soon as he looked up at me, my heart just broke in two. I stood there, and Mom left the room, and I'm like, "It's okay." So when I told him, I said, "It's okay. I'm here." He told me I'd be back, and I'm back. Yeah, he grabbed my hand. He grabbed it tight. He said, "There." He kept going like this. And I'm like, "You need to drink of water." Well, in hospice, you can't give them any water. They don't give them water. They don't give them oxygen. They don't give them anything. And this is where I think hospice is. It seems mean to me. The man's dying. Give him a drink of water. They give him that damn sponge. Tell him to suck it. They put it in Dad's mouth. Dad shook his head. "You don't want that." I'm like, "He wants a fucking drink of water. He's going to die anyway." That's the only thing I hate is seeing him. And the other thing, it just really worked because I was feeling real bad thanks to after we found out later it was medication of Ozempic was making me sick. couldn't take it anymore. I told Pam, I got to lay down. I laid down. I fell asleep because I didn't sleep the night before. And about 3 o'clock when she woke me up and said, he's gone. Got up out of the bed. I walked straight in there. I sat there and looked at him. I said, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry I wasn't in here. And that was another reason why I hold anger against myself, because I wasn't there when he took his last breath. And I told my counselor that too. And she's like, she goes, you hold a lot of pent up anger. I'm like, yeah. And I said, I can't let it out. I said, because if I let it out, I'm going to hurt somebody, and I don't want to do that either. So that's the reason why it's Christmas Eve, and like I said, I didn't even decorate my front yard this year. My wife, Pam, I know she didn't mean it. I know she was joking, but it hurt her a little bit. We were sitting in the front room. She goes, "You didn't even get off your fat ass and decorate the front yard this year." Kind of stung when she said that, but I looked at her. I said, "No, I didn't. I did last year because of Peyton." And this year I just didn't even have the mood for it. And I was on the phone with Mom yesterday. Yeah, talking to her. I sent her just because I remember as a kid that, and I didn't know it died, but Mom used to have a Christmas cactus. Well, I sent her they call it a candy cane Christmas cactus. Sorry. Got all this in my head. And when the FedEx driver, because I think he was more pissed off that I did it when I called the people I ordered it from, he got it to my mom's house a day late, and he just threw it up on the porch. Well, you can't do that with a plant. So I called the people I ordered it from. I said, "Hey, my mom got this plant. The box was upside down, and the plant was damaged." And they sent me pictures, and I sent them the pictures. Well, they said they were going to replace it. Now, here, get this. It took that guy, the first guy, 7 days to get that plant to him from California. Well, the second plant took him 3 days. And it was put in a better package than what it was on the first time. Now that don't make sense, does it? I don't get it. But anyway, I called Mom when she got her first one. She's like, she goes, "How you feeling?" I'm not there, Mom. Christmas. Christmas, not Christmas to me. I said, I can't feel it. It's not there anymore. I want to feel like when I was a kid. I know I'm 61 years old. And I'm still bawling like a baby. I'm like, and she goes, I'm on probation, and I'm in counseling, and I got community service. So I want to get all that done before I can do it. I went home at Easter, and it was a pain in the butt on everything I had to do. And I'm almost through everything. Almost. I'm working my way through it. I'm doing what I have. I'm doing what I needed to do. Doing what I told to do. And I told Mom when I called her the other day to make sure she got her replacement. Uh, and she goes, Christmas ain't Christmas. He says, unless you got, she goes, well, we know two of them ain't going to be here. She goes, and you're not here. I said, well, maybe next year. She goes, really? I'm like, I'm looking at next year, Mom. I can't do 3 years. Come on. It's going to be my first Christmas there without Dad, Kim. And I said, it's Easter. Easter was all right. I said, but being home at Christmas time when it was all of us, it was, God, you just could feel it. Even when we were kids, you could feel them. When Mom and Dad and us were all in the same house, you could feel it. I don't know, we'll probably never feel it again. But I'd love to. I just want to know Kim and Dad are there with us. It's just like tomorrow night we're going. Give me a minute. I'm going to Pam's sister. She lives back here in my backyard. They bought the house back there a few years ago. We're going there, and their family's the same way around Christmas. I just want to feel that Don and Karen's there. I mean, Susie's not there. Susie's out in Illinois, and the second time I met Pam was and around Christmas. I met her Thanksgiving when I was home from Thanksgiving leave from the Army in 1980. Hang on. I'll get this. I got to think about 1980. '85. Nope. Yep. We got married in '87. 1986. I told you I remember. I just had to go through all the years. And that's the first time I met her. And the first Christmas I had with her family was that year. And walked into that house, and I felt the same way. It was like walking into my mom and dad's house. And then when we got married, it felt the same. I mean, her mom and dad moved back to Cincinnati. They came here for Christmas. They stayed here. We had it for a while. I mean, Polly had it in her house, and we had it for a while at our house. I mean, it just felt the same way. You could feel the spirit. I mean, the Christmas spirit, the love, Hell, I lived in a cottage where you couldn't get people in. We had it in there. It was tight. $61 years old. Am I ever going to feel that again? Well, I'll be 62 in February. Am I ever going to feel that feeling again? I don't know. I got a videotape out here when Dad first got his VCR or his VHS video camera. Is that red light still on? If that red light's on, it's recording. I don't know. I can't see. I got drunk one night, fell through the back door. Got drunk on Christmas Eve. Me and Dad had to carry wood into the house for the fireplace, and I fell face first into the door. Never seen Dad laugh so hard in my life. You all right? Yeah, I'm all right. He goes, what'd you trip over? I said, my feet. You get up, you big dummy. Oh, the other thing. Oh, my God. The other thing at Christmas. My whole family. I missed those too. I grew up with Santa Claus. Grandpa and Grandma Wolf felt the same. You felt the same feeling when you walked in their house. You felt the same feeling when you walked. I used to go over and spend the night at my aunt and Uncle Bunk and Aunt Dolores' house. Every Christmas, all his boys would be in there. You just felt it, man. It was every Christmas vacation. Well, I could sit here and bore you to death about all my Christmas memories. But I hope your Christmas is merry and bright. I hope the jolliest fat man comes down your chimney and gives you everything he wants. But just remember there's a reason for the season. And he died on a cross because he loves you. And I love you. So I'm going to get out of here. So y'all have a Merry Christmas. And if you're going to party on the New Year, stay safe. Nobody wants to go to your funeral. Love y'all. I'm out. Maybe. Gonna find out where I got to get out of here. Oh, there it is. Bye, guys.